Hey folks, welcome back to Tech and More Tech. I'm Carlo and this is the HomePod Mini. As always, if you want a more detailed written review, head on over to techandmoretech.com or check the link in the description just below that like button. The HomePod Mini is the last of the 3 new smart speakers to make it to the market. Google's Nest Audio and the Amazon Echo were both released just a few weeks ago at the same $99 price point the HomePod Mini is also competing at. Last week I posted a comparison video between all 3, so if you're interested to see how the HomePod Mini stacks up against them, there will be a link in the description below. The HomePod Mini is the first update to Apple's HomePod lineup since the original was released in 2018. Apple marketed the device as a great speaker that happened to have Siri, and the price reflected that at $350. Siri got regular updates over the years, making it smarter and more capable, but the price point was certainly something that only Apple diehards were willing to pay. Apple has also been developing their HomeKit platform continuously, expanding the number of compatible devices, and creating a very cohesive ecosystem for automations and advanced smart home functionality. The HomePod Mini was announced alongside the iPhone 12 and Apple Watch earlier this year to finally compete with Amazon's Echo and Google's Nest Audio, both of which are being released at the same price point, $99. At first glance, this was a triumph for HomeKit users, as we were finally getting a smart speaker at a competitive and frankly reasonable price. It would even function as a HomeKit hub, and it also carried a new Thread radio, making it appear to be the device that would have placed in your smart home for years to come. Suffice to say, I was pretty excited to get my hands on one, and now that I've had it for a couple of weeks, let's unpack all of the features and see if it really is the smart speaker HomeKit users have been waiting for. The first thing that will surprise you is the size. I naturally assumed it was going to be about the size of the new Echo, which is roughly 5 inches tall, when in reality it's actually closer to about 3 inches tall. The spherical shape is covered in a very open patterned mesh that comes in white and space gray. The top is cut short, and that is the home to the screen that has your volume control and touch controls. Here you can tap to play pause, double tap to skip, and triple tap to go back a song. If you tap and hold, it'll also invoke Siri. Now, I call it a screen, but really all it does is faintly glow white when music is playing or swirls around in colors when Siri is invoked. While it looks nice and the top functions work exactly as they should, the colors on the screen are way too faint to be noticeable unless it's right in front of you. It's not like the Echo where the blue ring is very noticeable from anywhere across the room. There's nothing else on the exterior of the HomePod Mini. The power plug is a braided USB-C cable that is permanently attached to the HomePod Mini, which I'm not thrilled about because if the cable gets damaged somehow, the repair process won't be easy. The HomePod Mini also has no physical mute button and no discernible way of knowing if the microphones are muted. You can accomplish this by disabling the Hey Siri toggle in the Home app or asking Siri to stop listening. I assume Apple's aggressive pro-privacy stance means that they feel that customers don't really have any reservations about the microphones always being on with the HomePod Mini, of which there are 4. Apple doesn't specify any of the speaker hardware in the HomePod Mini. All we know is that it is a single driver oriented vertically with 2 passive radiators to boost the bass presence. It also has the same S5 SoC that is found in the Apple Watch, allowing it to do computational audio trickery to compensate for the smaller size. The HomePod Mini analyzes the sound at 180 times per second to optimize and perfect the output. This results in sound that is very impressive for the size. Throughout the entire volume range, there is no distortions and everything is clear. The bass never intrudes on the midtones, and the highs and treble can play away at full volume without sounding like a mess. If you're placing the HomePod Mini in a larger room, you will most likely find yourself playing it at closer volume level than anything else if you really want to listen to music. You can also get 2 of them and pair them in stereo sound, which will boost the overall volume. The HomePod Mini also retains a 360-degree sound design, meaning you can place it anywhere in the room and get the same sound from any orientation. I personally don't think this is that big of a deal, as it is most likely going to get placed on like a bookshelf or a console table that's going to end up being against a wall. I've been alluding to the size of the HomePod Mini and how the sound is great relative to it. And that's because at the end of the day, the speaker in the HomePod Mini can only displace so much air and only make so much noise. If you pair with another HomePod Mini for stereo sound, you will gain a lot of volume, but the bass will still not be felt. At full volume, the HomePod Mini can hear and distinguish your voice just fine without you having to yell at it either. This means that it can give you personalized responses like what's on your calendar or reading your last text messages. Siri can of course do the same tasks you've come to expect of Siri: set timers, tell you the weather, send messages, play music, and more. One thing Siri can't do by default is play music from Spotify. This is kind of to be expected, but my real frustration with it is that Siri on your iPhone can play music on Spotify. So I don't quite understand why Siri has different capabilities on different devices. Hopefully this functionality comes to the HomePod Mini sooner rather than later. A new feature for the HomePod Mini is the intercom mode, which allows you to relay a voice message to any other device that's part of your home. So you can announce to everyone that dinner is ready, or you can send a message to a person individually. Because of the tight-knit integration of the Apple ecosystem, this works in reverse as well. So you can use this intercom feature on your Apple Watch and it will, send and pop up on the HomePods in your home, or you can send it from your iPhone to another iPhone or any sort of combination like that. Another benefit of Apple's hardware integration is the ability to transfer audio from your phone to the HomePod Mini. iPhone 11 and 12 users have a U1 chip that allows for specific locationing of the device, and by simply bringing up your phone to the HomePod Mini, it will automatically transfer music from your iPhone to the HomePod. You can even do the opposite, so you can move music from the HomePod Mini to your phone if you're leaving the house and you want to continue listening to the same music. If you have an Apple TV, you can use the HomePod Mini as a speaker for it, but you still can't set a pair of them up to be the default output, so if that is your plan, you may want to hold off for a little until that feature comes to a TV OS update down the line. The HomePod Mini also has an exciting new piece of smart home hardware in it, which allows it to serve as a Thread hub. Thread is a new communication protocol similar to Zigbee that is specifically designed for Internet of Things smart home devices. There aren't that many Thread-based devices out there, but the new Nanoleaf Essential lineup uses it, and seeing as it is also backed by Google, it can very well be the next standard for the future of smart home connectivity. Right now, it is too early to tell how Thread will fare in the future, but the current implementation and use is fantastic. Like with many back-end things, Apple keeps it hidden from the user and makes sure it just works. HomePod Mini is also the cheapest device that can work as a HomeKit hub now, which previously was just the Apple TV. For anyone looking to get into HomeKit, this is a great entry point now, as you're getting a great speaker as well as the hub capacities. So all of this brings us to the golden question: should you buy the HomePod Mini? As always, we start with the price, which is $99. It's right in line with the Echo and Nest Audio, which are the same price. Although the audio doesn't quite match up to that of the Echo and the Nest Audio, I still think it is really good. If you're already in the HomeKit ecosystem, I can definitely recommend the HomePod Mini, as it is a great sounding speaker, serves as a HomeKit hub, and has excellent integration with the rest of your Apple devices. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe button for plenty more videos to come. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will get to them as best I can. And until next time, see ya.